Hello, wonderful people, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are still in Thavnair, and yeah, we are trying to save that girl. I forgot her name. Over there, my view was blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Laura, go with Matsia and search along the river. Elfino and I will circle around from the south. Let's go. There we are. Shouldn't we like split up to look around? Oh, she has a baby.
That's her! No, I'm sure of it! Mehvan!
Don't! Please!
Guess I was wrong. She didn't turn into a monster and eat her husband. Uh-oh.
No! God have mercy!
What, do I have to die for her? Oh. Hello. Oh, she dropped the baby. Mehvan's lifeless body floats before you, battered and broken. Her death no doubt came swiftly. Her infant daughter, however, is nowhere to be seen. Well, I mean, I'm surprised if that baby survived. But, you know, never know. You take the babe into your arms. If she yet lives, you cannot tell, but she will surely not survive unless you carry her to the surface at once. Let's go. Let's swim. Run! Save the baby! Would be kinda cool if there was like a timer here. Like if you don't do it fast enough, the baby dies. Why do I have to go to this position precisely? Oh, because I have known that is it. Faster. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Damn it all. You have the child. Let me see her. Thank God that thingy left.
She's so cold, Elfino.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet she grows weaker. My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back. Not now!
Matsia, take the child.
Is he gonna raise it? That would be
damn it.
adorable.
It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Matsia, can you take her back to the village?
But the child? All by myself? You can't be serious!
The beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here. And so we shall. Be strong, Matzia. Her life is in your hands.
Right. I can do it.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matzia. Go! Quickly!
Like, this is really not the time to self-doubt. I mean, it's actually just carrying a baby somewhere, like...
Steady. You know the way.
Uh-oh.
No. No. Not you too. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. To live is to suffer, to drink of calamity. It is a perilous path. Death lurks in the dark. No! I'm not afraid! I'm not afraid! Ah! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged. Every agony.
Oh, snap. Safe.
The divinity.
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
Please. You must save the child. She is all that remains of Mehvan and Grasef. Please.
Like, what am I supposed to do with a child?
Well, well. Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
They're actually gonna raise that.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
Right. That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matzia.
I have a feeling he'll be fine. He had help from on high.
What, like divine aid?
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
Estinian, it was you who came to Mattia's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vritra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
There's something I need to do first. Mehvan gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone.
And go for sure.
She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband, at least. Will you help me?
We didn't even know them. How do you know she deserves better? Maybe she was a terrible person. Then you feel stupid that she wasted time on this, rather than helping actual people that need it. Oh, okay, at least it didn't take much time. We have done what we can, the sort of villagers of Palaka stand to perform the funeral rites. If nothing else, Mehvan and XIV died as they lived, as themselves and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. To think that they would come when even that smallest of solaces would be discomforting. Seriously, we didn't know them. We talked like 2 words with one of them. Like, not even. He just mumbled. You're ready then. Yeah, let's go. In that case, let's head to Palaka stand. No doubt Vircha is awaiting us. Let's go. Alrighty, we're here with Vircha. Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsuya returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl have already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavnair must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, every death another void that can never be filled. We who survived them must carry the weight of their memory as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. XIV Mehvan's babe is a child of Thavnair as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. O most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matsuya and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, but never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. I am Vircha. For years uncounted have this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, with Mehvan as my loyal servant. Are my ears to be believed? You were the true satrap all along. Nidhana, what are you doing here? I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palaka stand in their time of need, and so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mehvan's daughter. But enough about us you and your role are the far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Roshan was created to serve as your emissary? That I suspect the boy was but a simulacrum. Whoops. A rumor has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a mammoth indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Roshan with that knowledge, I simply put 2 and 2 together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using this simulacrum to work more closely with his people and decided not to press the issue. I had always assumed one of Aharon's associates was manipulating it from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Virtua. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given unto us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It was thou and thy fellow alchemist that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviors not only of Radz-at-Han, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Virtua, but the star yet wants for our salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in this their darkest hour. It would seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radz-at-Han fares. What will you do, Scions? I worry for the survivors we met at Purusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise this way. I'm sure it's gonna be burdensome. Why is this episode called Simple Pleasures? Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. Oh my gosh, do we have to hand out like tea or something? In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The Red Sky, these terrible beasts, what in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavnair? Stuff. Oh my, that's rather a lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if it can further our own research. With that, here we are, a pot of piping hot chai, brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and purest sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? Oh my god. The drink has medicinal properties then. Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. A lovely sentiment, Nidana. By all means, allow us to assist. Ah, that's why it says simple pleasures. Like we're trying to save the world here, but yeah, I'll be your waitress. It's fine. While you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When you've finished, look for me at the wakeful Tirana. Can't I swap places with Estinian? Like... I also want to be here. Let me deliver tea. Alright, I delivered the tea. Thank you for delivering the chai, Laura. Did it help to lift the village's spirits? Yeah. That is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no signs of abating, but that is all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition, for it is only in acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. Thank you for that wisdom. Now I feel better. Under his wing. That sounds cooler. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know what has become of Mehvan and Carousel remains. Oh, I don't care. Ask someone that cares. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Palaka will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Well, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could almost believe there's a magic at work. How their attention fades with every sip. Let us pray that Palaka's stand has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thavnair like is not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible, or shall we return to Radz-at-Han? Yes, let's go. By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Akiali. We have plenty to spare. But everyone was struggling here. Then let us send us in and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? To do fun things. The wakeful Tirana near the bridge to Radz-at-Han, as I recall. Very well then. Let's go. Alrighty, we made it to this bridge. Elfina told me everything, for glad am I to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you will be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and ruins. It would seem you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead of the people of Thavnair. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to the city on Al-Sadal's path. Come. Let's go. Alrighty, here we are. It is good to see you safe. Given the skies, this all too easy to fear the worst. I'm pleased to report that we've succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled, and the citizens are safe for now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square, though they said no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? So Richard is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To make a Duta then. Before that, it would appear that word of the assembly has not yet reached all the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we'd best enlighten them. Yeah, but don't we already know what he's gonna say? Let's go. Alrighty, we found two young people that apparently didn't notice it because they were too scared. To be honest, the last assembly didn't work out that well, did it?
Look! Someone's coming!
People of Radz-at-Han, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
A dragon! Wow!
People of Radz-at-Han, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
I love that his voice acting is actually in English and not in, you know, the dragon language.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Thavnair, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahewan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radz-at-Han to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radz-at-Han will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it, over you, and lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Izael's face.
Indeed.
What? Are they finally gonna put people on the moon?
Excuse me, but I must speak with the satrap at once.
Father.
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radz-at-Han, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
Oh, he's right there.
I am satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
Well, I don't know.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavnair, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radz-at-Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy Forum been allies to Thavnair. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
Seriously, I don't get it. Why doesn't just everyone evacuate to the moon, right? And then there, we can discuss all of this. Like there, then we have time suddenly, right? So we can discuss all of it, because they can't leave yet anyways, right? And then we can figure out, okay, can we still save the world or not? And then we can say, okay, we can save the world, let's go. Or yeah, we can save the world. It
is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower?
Not anymore.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet, and we will meet again.
Wow. As far as we have come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nidana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension, and if so, are we powerless to forestall it? That's why she's researching it, so I don't know what she wanna do now. Radiant Host Soldier, what the... At the world's end, what? Greetings, honored scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Oh, he wants to discuss with us the thingy. Brave Excellency, I have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megaduta prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Well, what would help me even more than a feast would be to attune to the stupid Aephorite. Such are the words of Master Virtua. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Merides Mehvan? I don't know. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. And to you, Dorada, there was someone we had hoped to introduce to you in particular. While I'm loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? A personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now. This must be important, worry not. We'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. Oh my god. Is that like Xenos or something? Thank you, friend. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Ephrite Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Let's go. Alright, we are here at the Ephrite, which I would really love to attune to, but you know. Access to the Ephrite, you see there, has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. Are you gonna open it? In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Ephrite before proceeding along the corridor. Oh, thank God! Let's go. Alrighty, here we are. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the Hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radz-at-Han's military operations. A Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Oh my god, how often? What are we doing here? Whoa. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous Laura Arda. I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. You've the look of one who's walked through hell. Sure, but please, you're speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and the savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What the suspect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, sign of the 7th dawn, warrior of light, and all around good egg, I'm sure. What is this place right here? The sarcophagus reminds me I'm late for dinner. Yeah, let me go to dinner. A woman after my own heart, I like that. Yeah, but let me go to the dinner. Don't you worry, I'll keep it short. There's just a thing or two we'd like you to remember. First of all, about the room you're standing in now. Radz-at-Han welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? We've got representatives from Doma. Hello. Olda, that amigo. Nice, hello. Mr. Mensa. Hello. That's very nice. Dania. Hello. And last but never let it be said least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Radz-at-Han and their respective homelands. Nice. What are we doing here? Refuse this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? And so would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. What? I thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. This contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnair reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our far eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the bounty, including this island and cargoes. Alas, that is of little comfort. All throughout allied lands there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant castle. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Radz-at-Han, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest blasphemies. As fitting a name as any, to ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to tell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Oh my god, how long is this meeting? Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. I mean, sure. No, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. Can I go now? And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? We have gained access to the world quest for Endwalker. A separate quest line and story is now available for 10 community PS. Okay, nice. Amazing. Can we finally go to the dinner? Guess not. Pray forgive Shura about her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times. It's alright. But it is simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions. Yes, do you know the way to the Mehvan? Yes, I do. No, Radz-at-Han, like the back of... yeah, it's fine. You don't have to show me. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You should be pleased to hear all the that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all the Radiant host, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Radz-at-Han in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Ahawan's legacy and serve Master Virtue well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Can I go now? Please let me go. Oh my god, thank god, he does go. Alrighty, we made it here. Welcome. When the satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. Just a lovely surprise to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Castle from your friend graha-tia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Merida's treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? A piping hot mug of chai, a glass of your finest local spirits, water. No, I'm a water kind of person. As you wish, pray join your friends and I will bring you your drink. Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell. Nothing special. Oh, that food looks amazing though. Our allies have sent military delegates. That's news to me. Mind sharing the details? Can we get some voice acting, please? I'm so tired of all this. I just want this quest to end.
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
Oh, thank God.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true, as it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend.
Aren't we here to like celebrate and get some rest and all that?
May you find comfort in these dark times.
Where do we go from here?
Forward.
If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
Elpis.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Oh, why don't we ask the Watcher? Or the bunnies?
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Alright, we totally forgot about the huge person on the phone.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
No? I mean, I'm sorry, did we forget about the Watcher? And I mean, the bunnies have been there for all the time too.
I sealed him in the White Horusite at the Crystal Tower back on the 1st. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea, naught may remain of his soul.
I'm sorry, how is this easier than going to the moon and ask the Watcher or the bunnies? How?
However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. We can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
At least I can go by myself. Or something. So if I try, it would be an opportunity to look in on the others as well, if there is truly no other way. There is another way, what? Oh my god.
I understand your trepidation, but there is merit in making the journey regardless. You could see with your own eyes whether the first, too, faces its final days.
If nothing else, should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure. should it come to it.
So we remember we are someone on the moon, but we don't remember that there are people on the moon that have been around since the ancient existed?
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the ethereal sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see. Where beginning ends, and end begins.
Now then, is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? In that case, it's time we each attended to our tasks, and when you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reen, tell her I miss her. Oh no, I have to hang out with Reen. Alright, but we're gonna end this episode here, otherwise I'm gonna lose my marbles. So, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see, and obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and bye bye!